Hey guys, welcome back. Another video with Fonzie, and big news, big news. On the 1st of December, Gaijin has confirmed in patch 1.75 the French ground tree will be coming. That's epic. And there's some pretty cool stuff in the French tree. It's not a tree I've been like really hoping and praying for. Because I don't know a lot about French tanks, but from some of the stuff I've read on the forums and stuff, the French have got some pretty cool designs and some pretty cool light tanks around the tier 4, tier 3 mark that have drum auto loading clips, which is it's pretty epic. You can see here I'm in the French air tree, and what I've been doing in the last couple of days is basically we've got the naval, so I'll be using that in ground forces as a ground pounder, and I'm really excited to see how these rockets go. Now they're the T10 151s, and the reason why I'm excited is you'll see there in the stats they have 450 millimeters of penetration. That is epic. So basically, that's going to pen any sort of tier 4, tier 3 tank that you come up across. And you'll see there at the top of the stats, its TNT equivalent is 2.1 kilos of bang inside that rocket. So if you get a successful penetration with these rockets, I'm really excited to see how they actually perform in ground forces. If they'll be one-shotting tanks again, and it'd be like the old, before they nerfed rockets, the old Javiers and RP3s that the British have got. So I'm really excited to see that. So what we've done is we've used the naval and we've grinded out most of our tier 4 planes. I'm hoping to get to jets sometime soon, but I'm not really focused on it, because once a ground forces tree drops, I'll be heavily focused on unlocking up to tier 4, and then depending on what France get for tier 6, tier 5 will be if I actually decide to go with the jets. But we'll just quickly look at the jet. This is the attack variant of the French jets, and what is it, the MD 450B Barvogen, I think is pronounced, not quite sure. But you'll see here, these guys, they get quite the loadout. You'll see there's some pretty wicked rockets, 300 millimeters of penetration. TNT equivalent is 900 grams of bang. And you'll also see it also comes with these little guys here that we just looked at on the SO 8000 or the naval. So I'm pretty excited to see how some of these rockets perform. And the other thing that we've gone and grinded is, you'll see there in my tree, is the AD4. Now this thing is absolutely armed to the teeth with rockets. So you'll see here we've grinded out. We've got most of our bombs. We're just grinding the 2,000 pound bomb now, but we've opened up our rockets. We've got the torpedo, and just have a look at this. Holy cow, like this thing, you can arm it to the teeth. Obviously the best loadout for ground forces is going to be this one here. So it's 1,000 pound bombs, a 2,000 pound bomb, and 24 of the rockets, the T10s. So you can see here at the moment we've got armed up, we've got 24 rockets and 2,000 pound bombs. So I'm quite excited. I've grounded out the tree, and you can see here what I'll be doing is, so this first one here I'll be using the naval, and then I'll be putting a tank here, another tank here, another tank here, and then we'll have our AD there also for our ground striking. So yeah, we'll just have a couple of lookies at the premium vehicles that have been confirmed, and we'll quickly talk about them and see what they're sort of got going on for them. Alright guys. So here we are guys, now we've jumped onto the Gaijin store just to have a quick lookie. These are the 3 premium tanks that will be released with the ground forces tree that will get you closed beta testing, or beta testing, however you want to say it. So yeah, we've got a tier 2 tank, there's a tier 3 tank and a tier 4, so we'll just have a quick chat about these tanks. So yeah, the tier 2 is quite an interesting tank. What I've read about it, it was at the outbreak of World War II, it was one of the leading tanks when it comes to tank technology in armour design and whatnot. And also the way the tank steers, because it's got a 75mm gun in the hull that was fired and controlled by the driver, and the way he had to aim that was obviously turn his hull to, you know, where he wanted to point the cannon. So yeah, that's a pretty cool little thing. It has got pretty decent armor, and I think it's going to be a little bit trolley. It should be pretty fun to play. So if you're looking for something just to, you know, get into the French tree so you can start grinding basically straight away, that'll probably be the guy to go for. Keep in mind, all these premium vehicles, unfortunately for us as PlayStation players, we cannot order them, or we can't pre-order them. We have to wait for them to be added to the PlayStation Store. And I'm led to believe there's normally a little slight delay with this due to Sony likes stuff tested before they add it to the PlayStation Store. So, you know, we'll probably be anywhere from 2 days to a week. I'd say you'll have to wait before you can get your hands on these little bad boys. But yeah, unfortunately, that's just the way the cookie crumbles. So yeah, this little tier 2, it's armed with I'm led to believe, a 47mm anti-tank gun, and then it has the 75mm cannon in the hull, and it's got pretty derpy sort of trolley armor, and it should be pretty fun. So that'd be a good way to get yourself early access. Okay, moving on, there we've got the Sherman M4, what is it, FL10. So it's a Sherman M4A1, I believe it is, hull with the TL10 turret placed on top. So, and it's a pretty unique turret. I can't think of what they actually call it, but instead of the gun moving up and down, the whole turret moves up and down. So that's a unique feature to Warthunder, so to speak. And also this guy comes with the, it's got 2 lots of 6-round drum magazines. So it'll be interesting to see how Gaijin implement this. If you can shoot 6 shots and then you start loading a drum, and then you've got your other drum to keep shooting another 6 shots, or you have to go through your 12 shots, so both drums, and then you have to reload, sort of get out of battle and come back once you've reloaded. So yeah, that'll be a fun little tank. It is a light tank, so obviously you're going to play it like a light tank. You know, that sort of gameplay or game style that you would with the RU and those other sort of light tanks, you know, the Object 906 and these sort of things. It'll have that sort of play style where you'll heavily rely on the terrain to use for armor, and also you'll rely on ambushing style tactics to get your kills and stuff. And then moving on, and that's a tier 3. And then moving on to the one I'm pretty damn well excited about to see how it performs is the AMX13 SS11 pack. So this is got the same turret as a Sherman tank. However, this guy has got, you'll see at the front there, it's got a basket. And that basket is full of the S11 ATGMs. So basically the same ATGMs as the Struve 81 gets. So, you know, that'll be good for, you know, relying on taking out heavy armor, and then when you've got yourself into that nice little ambushy spot, you can rely on those 2 lots of 6 shot drum magazines to take out anything that you've got yourself into a nice close ambush spot for. So obviously these tanks all come with what is it, 1,000 golden eagles and 7 days of premium. I would be, if I was you, I know I will be, I'd be putting the 1,000 eagles into crew experience, so you've got decent crew. But yeah, and yeah, well, that's the exciting news I've got for you today. So yeah, I will catch you guys back in my next video, hopefully after the we'll talk more about the French when the dev server releases, and yeah, we can hopefully get a bit of a look into what the tree's going to look like. So yeah, alright guys, stay classy, and as always, Fonzie out.